guys, it's Wakka2, and I'm bringing you release notes version 1.0.0.104 for League of Legends, of course. And I'm just going to talk about some of the updates and some announcements that were made from Riot during the week, or the week of the update. And we've got a new, to start off, we got a new hero being released, and that's LeBlanc the Deceiver. She's kind of like a weaker version of Cassidon. She has a sigil of silence, which damages the target, silences them if they are targeted with another ability. You got distortion, which is kind of like a teleport, which deals damage. And you got ethereal chains, which deal damage, slows the target, and then binds the target with additional damage. And then mimic, which can copy any of the above spells. And and then the passive is mirror image, which when the character is below 40% health, she will stealth for a bit, half a second, and create a copy. And we got some client updates also. Users will now be placed back into matchmaking queue in the exact state they were prior to a queue dodge occurring. This will result in faster matches, optimized general and background performance of PvP.net, and fixed a bug with the chat reconnect button. We got onto the balances. Akali's Essence of Shadow is now reduced by cooldown reduction effects, the recharge time of it. So that's good, kind of. Blitzcrank's magic resistance has been increased per level from 1.25 from 0. Corky's Valkyrie skill range increased, base speed increased by Valkyrie. I don't even remember what Valkyrie does because I don't really play Corky, but the good one is that his ultimate scales off of attack damage, which is really good, and he respawns with 4 missiles. And we got Mundo's gets increased magic resistance. Ezreal's True Shot Barrage AP ratio has been increased, and Essence Flux cooldown has been reduced. Fiddlesticks gets another buff, where the damage of Drain's been increased, and the cooldown's just been changed from 10 seconds. From max rank, it can now be at 6 seconds, which is kind of pretty much you can maintain Drain on Fiddlesticks now. You could possibly solo Dragon at level 3 with Smite if you're jungling, or I think level 4 or 5. I think level 3 rank of Drain, or I haven't tried 2, but level 3, and you can solo Dragon with a little bit of cooldown reduction, which you can get from the runes. Jax's Empower is properly procced by Riley's. Katarina's Bouncing Blade cooldown reduced, and Killer Instinct cooldown reduced. Lux's tags and character ratings have gotten updated, and recommended items updated, and her ultimate's power ratio, or AP ratio, has been increased. Malphite's Unstoppable Force now stuns for 1.5 seconds instead of 1, and magic resist per level has been increased, which is good. Misfortune's ricochet shot damage dealt to the secondary target is reduced by 5%, so it's 115 instead of 120, and Make It Rain slow duration reduced to 1 second from 1.5, which is good. Now Mordekaiser's kind of been redone. A lot of his skills are different from what they were. The base damage of Mace of Spades has been substantially increased by pretty much double. Max rank is 200 instead of 100, and only scales off of bonus damage rather than all damage. You got 75% bonus damage if Mace of Spades only hits one target, and the health cost has been reduced as well. And Creeping Death base damage increased as well. Ability power ratio increased for the skill, and the increased missile travel speed when casting Creeping Death on an ally has been increased. So that's the shield spell. We got Siphon of Destruction. The damage has been reduced. Ability power ratios increased though, but the base shield generation has been reduced. Children of the Grave now steals at max rank 34% the health, and that's over a duration of up from so it's about 2% difference for the most part. Now deals half the damage to the initial target and then half of the damage over time, so you do have a little bit of a spike instead of it just being pure DOT, damage over time. The duration's been increased to 10 seconds, and the pet or the spirit or the ghost, whatever you call it, Mordekaiser gains 20% of the ability power and 20% of the attack damage, which is actually has been reduced. What else? The pet gains 75% of Mordekaiser's ability power and damage at all 3 ranks, and the ratio itself no longer increases with Mordekaiser's total ability power. Health bonus reduced. Iron Man increased for shield generation. The passive. What else? Anyways, we got Rammus, defensive ball curl damage return reduced by around 4 damage. This is a good one. Sivir's Boomerang Blade now scales with 75% of Sivir's attack damage, which before it was based off of AP. So I'm pretty happy about that one. The base damage though was reduced on the skill, but it's still pretty powerful. And her health's been buffed a bit, so that's a good Sivir buff. And you know, all we're waiting for now is an Alistair buff, but we'll see what happens. The only nerf Sona got, which, you know, she still needs more, she's pretty OP, but what can you do, is her ultimate's cooldown has been increased by 10 seconds, which with a lot of cooldown reduction, you can easily avoid that. Now, the one thing I don't like is Teemo's traps no longer give gold bounty, which sucks. Because, you know, you already got to deal with those annoying mushrooms in the bushes, and now you don't even get money for it if you have oracles, but I guess they have their reasons. The Twitch's ambush attack speed reduced substantially by 30% at max level, so that's good. Let's see, Trinity Force got a buff and a nerf. The damage has been increased to 30 from 20, attack speed 30% from 25, and critical 15 from 12. But the mana and health have both been reduced to 250 from 300. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's decent balances overall. Only thing I don't really agree on is Teemo's traps not giving a bounty, but everything else is, you know, pretty much fine. Fiddlesticks is kind of getting buffed, you know, like crazy, and you might be seeing him more often. Hopefully we see more Quirky. I'd have to try him out. But anyways, other news is, what else? Yeah, the skins that are on sale for till November 8th, which is from the 5th, is Tristana, Taric, and TF, which is the Gorilla, Tristana, Emerald, Taric, and Jack of Hearts. Actually, Riot updated the tutorial. You're going to have to do the first tutorial again, and then you can do battle training, which is a little bit more in-depth on how the game is actually like, and a little bit more helpful. And also, don't worry guys, because the harrowing map is actually coming back. There was a poll that was there from a riot staff, and you pretty much just had to vote whether you'd want the winter or the Halloween map. Which one would you want? You can only have one. So the votes are in, and the harrowing map is going to be back permanently. But you will see the winter map again during the winter event. And another note is, if you didn't already notice, League of Legends has won the Golden Joystick Awards. So they actually, if you voted, whether or not you voted, you're going to be receiving a free rune page. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And actually, before I end, I was thinking of doing like a top 10 plays or something for League of Legends. So I'm gonna start it off with probably my plays and my friends' plays, and then hopefully in the future you guys can submit your clips, and we'll have like a whole top 10 going of like either best plays or like crazy kill, all the crazy stuff that happens in the game. But yeah, if you guys do have clips, you can send it in. Just make a video response, and I'll download the video, and I'll post it up, and I'll give you guys a shout out and all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.